It's Week 8 of the 2026 season, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like? Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Going for it all. That is going to be all in. He's got it. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
You just hope throughout your career, Mike, that you're not on the wrong end of too many games like last week. So many games in the NFL come down to one score. They're very close. And every once in a while, there are multiple score games where you just can't seem to keep it close. They've got to do a better job keeping pace early, get off to a faster start. They want to have a chance. Come the fourth quarter, if this thing's within one score, they're going to feel a lot more comfortable this time around than where they were last week.
Tight end motioning left. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. A tight end in motion now. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here's third down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on third down. He'll drop to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a third down and 4. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 13-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? He pulls it in around the 5. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back for the first time in your huddle? And tell you what, they've answered all those questions, and now they're set up first and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up 2nd and goal. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still third down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And his guys are on the board. It's 7-3.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here able to put that one through.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Quick throw out wide. It is complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 2. We are through 1. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The home team's offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 13-yard line.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now problems. He loses the football near his own goal line. The defense has got it. What a mistake, Greg. That's the worst place on the field for that to happen. The fumble back in your own danger zone turns it into a disaster zone as the defense gets 6 points.
Yeah, and anytime you attempt to pass out of your own end zone, you're kind of rolling the dice a little bit, but what a great time to bring pressure. If you're the defense there, you know you have them backed up, you know their quarterback's looking to make a play to get out of there, and you dial up pressure at the perfect time, not only to force the fumble, Mike, but you're able to recover it in the end zone for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll throw out of the gun. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield. And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll send their tight end left. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll stay on the ground, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now this time they'll look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. That one taken in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Now the try here for the point after. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the visitors move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing now from the gun. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 2nd and 6. They motion the slot man left. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And this is taken in by the defense.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. His throw left side is complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Back to throw. Now he'll run.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a run.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what has been, to this point, a one-sided game. And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right sideline and complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
The visitors' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this first and 10. They'll look to throw. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
A handoff here, up the middle. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. Here's a third down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. They're all set to punt this one away. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. This team's offense ready to get back to work. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up second and 2 at the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
I love the timing between the receiver and the quarterback. It's a really nice route. He's going to take this up the field, and then when he pulls that string back and he comes out of his break, the ball is there immediately. You can't wait for the receiver to actually look. This ball is well in the air before that receiver comes out of his cut.
And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8.
Open man, left side. He's got it. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This is caught down that right sideline. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
He'll get this one out to his fullback. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 9-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll throw out of the gun. It is brought in the end zone.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The extra point is up and through. And his guys get a bit closer here. It's now 21-10. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. 3rd and long. rush, gets home, and he goes down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. This brought in out past the 20. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. So now this team's offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 yards, and that will be a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Throwing now from the gun. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Up the middle they go. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to in trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to get back to a 1-possession game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within 1 score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Moving the tight end right. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
16-yard pickup on that one. That's enough for a first down. His throw left side is complete. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a toss, right side. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top...
And now the referee looks like he has gotten word from replay that he'll stop the game inside the last 2 minutes. All replays emanate from there. So that is what you want. I know sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's second down. They'll look to throw yet again. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
To the right side here, pass is caught.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. He'll go right and find his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Now the offense will use their third and final timeout. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They'll come up for first and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
A 1-score game late, and you figure they gotta have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.